Sistas fans, let me say out the gate, if you have not watched the video I posted yesterday, last night, make sure you do so. I think at the time of the recording of this video, I posted it about 12 hours ago. I think I titled it, Season 4 will introduce 22 or include 22 new characters. I've gotten multiple sources to confirm that video or the information presented is legit. The character names and descriptions are indeed real. And 8 people between last night and when I woke up this morning have messaged me, Jeremy, I found these photos online because they haven't seen my video yet. Is it true? Zach will get arrested again in season 4. Zach is going to be arrested in season 4. Now, if you don't want to know why, if you think, Jeremy, these are spoilers, then click off the video. But make sure you hit the thumbs up button to show you like the video. Hit subscribe because, folks, we are closing in. We are like 300 people away from 195,000 subscribers. We're going to hit 200 soon. Follow me on social media. Links are in the description below. And in order to not miss content when I post it, Sistas returns next week. The Oval the following week. I'm reviewing Harlem now, and I have other content coming out. Hit that bell icon and select all, as well as subscribing. That way you are up to date. So there are about half a dozen characters in this new character listing, which pretty much reveals a lot about the story. So keep that in mind. Let's jump into it. So first we need to address Jake, who is an investing and financial whiz that works with Gary. He assists Zach with a stock he's recently purchased. He and Zach develop a close friendship. Now, this could be somewhat of a red flag in regards to, first of all, he works with Gary. I mean, that alone should have people wondering whether or not this person should be trusted, if Jake is actually someone who has shady dealings about him, considering, you know, everything in regards to late season 1, early season 2, Gary getting arrested for money laundering and things like that. But he was cleared of all charges, meaning that this Jake might actually be somebody who is on the up and up. But still, I'd say we should look at him with a side eye because we really can't trust him. Jenna is the FBI type agent who goes to the salon to ask Karen about the financial deals involving Zach. Now, that's something we should really pay attention to, given that we know she appears in the promo and she's the reason that Karen goes over to Zach's new house that he's getting fixed up and then confronts him about, you know, I don't want the father of my child to be in prison. Now, something else to keep in mind is that Zach is indeed going to be arrested due to the fact that there's a portion of the season. There's going to be a character here who is named Will. He is the contractor working on Zach's new home. He tells Fatima that Zach was arrested and he does not know if he will receive payment. Now, look, we know Fatima, given her past in that backstory video I did, I'm guessing that, you know, she could possibly end up paying Will if Zach isn't able to, you know, assuming that, you know, when Zach is arrested, his assets are frozen. That could possibly be the reason Will is concerned that he might not get paid, but it's just something to really think about. Now, another character to focus on is Officer Carice. Zach has been arrested, and this officer informs Zach that his lawyers have arrived to see him. And one of the lawyers is a character who is new. His name is Bill. Bill is a lawyer sent by Jake, Zach's new buddy, to help with his Zach with his arrest. So it looks like Jake is going to be the person that's helping Zach on the financial side. Jenna is the FBI agent looking into this. Bill Watts is the person that Hayden actually called on the phone towards the ending of season 3, trying to find out information on the stock that Zach invested on and things like that. So if Bill is sent by Jake, this could be a situation where one could argue that he is on Zach's side, but it is something else to really think about, because the other character to talk about is the fact that Officer Downs, which is yet another police officer, addresses an altercation between Zach and Hayden at Fatima and Andy's office. This is a problem because Zach and Hayden have never interacted while he was at the law firm. So I was actually going to do another video on this, but then the news dropped about these characters. My original video was going to focus on, is Zach going to get arrested because of the insider trading, or would he be the one that gets blamed for Hayden getting beaten up and whatnot in his car at the parking garage? Some people have told me the parking garage is the one at Hayden's, like apartment or wherever he lives. Other people have been telling me that, and I think it's the one at the law firm, because in the promo for season 4, we see Fatima busting the windows out of Hayden's ride, and his ride is on the sidewalk, on the street. So I don't think he lives in an apartment complex. So I'm guessing that the altercation is Zach and Hayden. They're either going to fight again, well, for the first time at the law firm, but I don't think Zach would do that. I'm thinking that Zach might go down for what Fatima did, and then Fatima's going to be upset, leading to her, knocking the windows out of the car. So the last character to talk about is this DA Jefferson, the district attorney who informed Zach and Andy, who is his lawyer, about the severity of Zach's most recent arrest. So it seems like Zach might get arrested on 1 or 2 charges, either the insider trading, or he goes down for what happened to Hayden, even though Fatima was the one to do it. This could be why in the promo, Andy's up in Zach and Fatima's face saying, "You look guilty as hell." So that's the reason why she's representing him, even though I don't see how she could, because her whole thing is, look, I'm a person who works in divorces. I'm not equipped to help people in certain other fields of, court. So that would be a major plot hole, because remember, that's the whole reason she didn't represent Gary in season 2, because her expertise wasn't financial or money laundering and whatnot. Not only that, in season 1, after Gary and Jasmine got into their altercation on the parking garage and she fell off the roof, Andy couldn't represent him because that wasn't her expertise. So is this going to be like All the Queen's Men, where like one judge, one lawyer can handle every single case, even though that's not really how it works in the real world? Or is it more of a, we're going to let that slide, because in season 4, we're actually going to see Andy kind of working more or becoming more friendly with Zach and Fatima. To be honest, as much as I want to see, everybody wants to see Andy and Fatima get closer, since, Andy and Karen are kind of on the rocks right now, I wouldn't mind seeing Andy and Zach together more, not as a couple, but because when you really think about it, we only really saw Andy and Zach together whenever Karen was going through something with him. But to actually see these two in isolated situations, it'll be pretty interesting, because maybe Andy sees the new Zach that Fatima sees, not the one she knew when he was with Karen. But yeah, it looks like Zach is going to be locked up again, but this is a Zach with more powerful connections. But you could also argue that some of these connections, like Jake, Bill, their loyalties might be questionable, especially where their the roots of their characters are. Bill being called by Hayden and Jake having ties with Gary. It's just one of those things where it's like, okay, so Zach he's in another tax bracket now. He has all these connections that he didn't have before. I doubt it, but imagine if Officer Rhea, portrayed by Raquel, aka Billboard Girl, or Blue from All the Queen's Men, imagine if she sees Zach locked up again. What is she going to say about it? Rubbing in his face. But this guy has white people come down. It isn't Fatima coming down there. I'm pretty sure Fatima would go to visit him, but he has all these white lawyers at his disposal. So Zach might actually get into a situation that he can easily get out of. But it's interesting because it takes me back to what Fatima said in the finale about, you shouldn't have to go to jail for money, insider trading. White people get away with this kind of stuff all the time. So it's funny to me how Zach, could be in a situation that Fatima actually arranged, because remember, I'm wondering if he's going to get arrested because of Hayden's beating in the parking garage, and it's blamed on him. Because think of it this way, Hayden was the one who was trying to uncover the insider trading, and some of these powerful people would know that Hayden's the one that's trying to call out Zach. So if something happens to Hayden, it's like Zach did it because Hayden was on the trail to his illegal financial activity. So that could lead to Zach getting locked up. But unbeknownst to Hayden, Zach has some friends who can help him out. So I'm really interested to see how things are going to play out. But it is sad he's getting locked up again. And if nothing else, I do hope that Karen does discover that the baby isn't his when she goes to the doctor. So that's one less thing for him to worry about. We know Zach is going to get out because the Tima series is going to happen. I just feel like I feel like Tyler Perry's going to put Zach through hell first before he gets like, look, hey, you and Fatima are getting that spinoff, Zach, but you're going to have to work for it. So we're going to be on a roller coaster ride of emotions with Zach in season 4. But look, I'm actually pretty excited to see how things will play out. So let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Thanks to everybody who's been telling me and blowing up my inbox about all these character descriptions. It seems like season 4 might actually be good. So I'm looking forward to that. Thanks so much for tuning in. Like and subscribe. And if you would like to donate to the channel, feel free to do so on PayPal or Cash App.